Welcome everyone to this explainer. Today we're jumping right into something literally all of us deal with every single day, clothes. We're going to master the essential English vocabulary for clothes and accessories so you can talk about your daily wardrobe with total confidence and perfect accuracy.
Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The everyday clothing basics. 2. Tricky plural clothing words. 3. Wear versus carry. 4. Putting on and taking off. And 5. Real-world outfit scenarios.
Let's start with Section 1, the everyday clothing basics, essential vocabulary for your wardrobe.
So, let's step inside our English wardrobe. Up top, we've got your upper body wear. You know, the shirt, t-shirt, sweater, and outerwear like coats and jackets. For accessories, there's your hat, scarf, gloves, belt, tie, watch, and ring. And then down below, we've got the shoes, trainers, boots, and of course socks. Seeing these items all together really helps lock that vocabulary in your brain.
Now, I want you to focus on these specific singular items right here. Think of these as the foundation of most of your outfits. The absolute key grammar point is that these are singular countable nouns. So, if you just have one, you have to use the article a. You wear a shirt, a dress, a suit, or a hat. You really want to lock in this basic rule because we're about to look at the exceptions.
Which brings us to Section 2, tricky plural clothing words, and why some clothes are literally always plural.
Okay, so for English learners, it's absolutely crucial to remember that some specific items of clothing are treated as strictly plural. Even if you're holding one single item in your hand, grammatically it acts like a plural word, meaning it has to be paired with plural verbs like are instead of is. Crazy, right?
But there's actually a hidden logic to this, and it's pretty fascinating. Look at this list: trousers, jeans, shorts, tights, glasses, sunglasses, and even pajamas. Notice the pattern? Items with two distinct equal parts, like two legs or two lenses, always fall into this plural category. And when we count them, we use the phrase a pair of, like a pair of trousers or a pair of glasses. This sentence brilliantly illustrates the rule in action. My suit is new, but these trousers are old. Do you see that clear contrast? Suit is a standard singular noun, so it takes is. But trousers, even though it's just one physical garment, requires the plural demonstrative these and the plural verb are. Mastering this quick switch instantly makes your conversational English sound completely natural.
Moving right along to Section 3, wear versus carry, where we'll understand the difference in action. Now the rule here is beautifully simple once you visualize it. You wear items that are physically placed on your body. So that's clothing, plus accessories like glasses, watches, rings, and belts. On the flip side, you carry objects that are in your hands or arms like bags, suitcases, umbrellas, or a laptop. Basically, wear is for the body, carry is for the hands. Let's look at Naomi here, because she perfectly demonstrates this rule in the real world. If we describe what she's doing, we say she is wearing a long blue coat, since it's draped over her body. But look at her hands. She is carrying a suitcase and she's carrying a handbag. Keeping this specific image in your mind is a real game changer for remembering the difference forever.
Oh, and here's a quick, high-value bonus tip for you. There's an alternative phrasing you're going to hear native speakers use all the time. Instead of wearing, you can totally say have got on or has got on. So instead of saying Naomi is wearing a blue coat, you can just say Naomi has got a blue coat on. They mean the exact same thing, but throwing that into your conversation sounds wonderfully authentic.
All right, Section 4, putting on and taking off, looking at our morning and night routines.
These two steps break down the timeline of your day perfectly. See, wearing describes a state. You're already in the clothes. But the actual action of changing requires different verbs. In the morning, you get dressed or put your clothes on. And then at night, it's the exact reverse. You get undressed or take your clothes off. Now, I actually want to pause here for a second and ask you this directly. Do you ever say you put your clothes off? Honestly, have you ever used that phrase? I'm bringing this up because it's genuinely one of the single most frequent errors we see English learners make.
So, to be absolutely 100% clear, the opposite of put on is take off. Please never ever say put clothes off. I know it sounds super logical to pair put on with put off, but in English, put off means to delay an event. It doesn't mean removing a sweater. Just remember, put on in the morning, take off at night.
And here is a fantastic, highly actionable tip to practice this every single day. Tomorrow morning, while you're getting ready, just narrate your actions in your head. Say to yourself, now I'm putting on my socks. Now I'm putting on my shoes. Now I'm putting on my watch. Doing that literally wires these English verbs and nouns together in your brain.
Finally, we have Section 5, Real-World Outfit Scenarios, where we're dressing for the occasion.
Let's see how all this vocabulary and grammar actually comes together in practice. Look at Joe. He's heading to a job interview, so he is wearing a smart suit, a white shirt, and a tie. Those are all singular items worn on his body. Then we've got Lucy playing a tennis match. She is wearing white shorts and trainers. Notice those tricky plural words we talked about. And finally, Gianni is heading to a business meeting, so he's carrying a bag with his papers and laptop. Breaking down real scenarios like this makes the rules become second nature.
So, to wrap up this explainer, I'm leaving you with a direct challenge right now. I want you to practice exactly what we just covered. Look down at yourself. Are you wearing plural trousers or a singular skirt? Are you carrying anything in your hands? Go ahead and answer this out loud. What are you wearing today? Try describing your whole outfit using I am wearing or I have got on. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and definitely keep practicing those descriptions.